What's up, Bollystars? Let's talk about Shamshera with Ranbir Kapoor, Sanjay Dutt, and Vaani Kapoor. For those of you who don't know, the story is set in the 1800s and follows a dacoit tribe who is fighting for their independence from the British, and also shows the struggle between the caste system. So before we talk about the overall film, let's talk about the actual cast and what I thought about them. Let's start with Ranbir Kapoor. He had a double role in this film, and I personally thought that he did justice to both the roles. You could see the variety and the differences in both the roles, which is hard to do. He's come into his own as an actor. Fun fact, this is the first time that we're seeing him on the big screen in 4 years. The last time that we saw him on the big screen was in Sanju, which was in 2018. So it was really cool to see him on the big screen again after so long. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching him. I definitely think that he has grown as an actor. You can see variety in his characters. You can see a range of emotions. I don't think that he was overacting at any point. So loved Ranbir Kapoor in this movie. Sanjay Dutt was playing the barbaric evil character in this movie. He was the negative role, and we all know that Sanjay Dutt is really good at playing that negative role in these movies. So when he came on as that negative role in this movie, I was really excited. The minute he came on that screen, I was like, yes, this is so perfect for Sanjay Dutt. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And he definitely did justice to the role. I will say that there were moments that I thought that it was a little over the top, but for the most part, it was on point. It was definitely more of a comedic, crazy, evil, barbaric character. But for Sanjay Dutt, it was perfect. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie though, it was really cool to see Ranbir Kapoor and Sanjay Dutt in the same movie after the last movie we saw Ranbir Kapoor in was a biopic of Sanjay Dutt. So, yeah. Okay, so for Vaani Kapoor, I really liked her in the movie. I think she did a great job, and I think she danced beautifully, right? But I was disappointed that her role was, again, so small, and this is a critique that I've had with Bollywood and a problem that I've had for a while, is that the female roles have just, a lot of the time they've been small, and that there's just this side character who just looks pretty and they're dancing, and that's exactly what she was in this movie. She looked pretty, she was the side character, she was dancing, and she didn't really help much. I really wish she'd had more of a badass role, and I think that, you know, we've had a few female-centric movies come out, which have been amazing and great, and we need more of that, obviously. This was just really going backwards in a way. Like, this was very old-fashioned Bollywood, where we had, like, the item songs, and we had the girl dancing, and then while the girl's dancing, the dramatic stuff's happening in the background, you know? Yeah, but Vaani Kapoor did a great job. Like, her performance was great. I just wish that she'd had more of a role, I guess. Okay, now let's talk about the overall story. I think that overall, I was definitely entertained, and the suspense very much kept me there. So in that regard, it was good. But what I didn't like is that there was no disclaimer that said that this was a fictitious story. And there are going to be people that watch this movie and think that this is based on history, and it was not, right? Like, there were parts of it that maybe were pulled out of history, but it was very much not a real story. Part of the problem for me was that they were showing that Indians and the caste system were more of a problem than like the British, that the British really were not at fault here, and it was more so the Indians versus the Indians. That for me was a major red flag and a major problem for me, that the British were not as much of a problem. No. So I didn't like that part of it. That being said, it was a very grand movie. I definitely feel like I enjoyed this movie more because I saw it on a big screen. If I had seen it on a small screen, I don't feel like I would have enjoyed it as much, because a lot of the effects would have been lost on me. The action sequences were definitely a lot nicer and a lot cooler because they were on the big screen. Some of the VFX were a little over the top, as some of them tend to be in Bollywood. So overall, I think I would give this movie 2.5 out of 5 Bollystars. That's what I've decided on. Because I did enjoy the movie on the big screen, but it wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. You can skip it if you'd like. But if you want something to watch, go watch it. Alright guys, if you've seen the movie, make sure to put your thoughts in the comments below and share what you thought of the movie. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? If you don't plan to watch the movie, make sure to let me know why you don't plan to watch it. And until the next one. Alright guys, see you later.